about planning your 2026 Disney World vacation? You're in the right place. So much is changing next year, from new attractions and resort updates to seasonal events you won't want to miss. And knowing what's coming can help you pick the perfect time to visit. In this video, we're breaking down what's happening around Disney World in 2026 so you can plan smarter, skip the stress, and make the most magical memories possible. So grab your planner or your favorite Mickey mug and let's get into it. Hi Disney friends, it's Joni from Mom and Me and Disney, and I'm so excited to help you get ready for your 2026 Disney World vacation. January is the start of a brand new year of magic, and while the weather might be cooler, the excitement definitely isn't. There's actually a lot happening in January that you'll want to keep in mind when you're planning your trip, especially if you're hoping for lower crowds and smooth park days. Let's start with one of the biggest events of the month, Walt Disney World Marathon Weekend, happening January 6th through the 11th. This event brings in thousands of runners and spectators, so you can expect extra crowds around that time, especially near Epcot since many races run through that park. Epcot will also open later on some of these race mornings, so if that's part of your park plan, make sure to double check the park hours and adjust accordingly. If you love Disney After Dark, here's some exciting news. After Hours events are coming back. Magic Kingdom's After Hours will return on select nights through July, giving you a chance to experience shorter lines, free snacks, and that special nighttime Disney vibe. Hollywood Studios will also have its own After Hours events scheduled through September, which is perfect if you want to ride Tower of Terror or Rise of the Resistance without the usual waits. Epcot is joining the fun too, with After Hours events running through the end of September as well. All of these are specially ticketed events, so you'll need to purchase separate admission, but the extra magic and low crowds often make it worth it. And speaking of Epcot, one of my favorite seasonal events returns right after Marathon Weekend, the Epcot International Festival of the Arts. This colorful and creative festival kicks off on January 16th and runs through February 23rd. It's a beautiful blend of food, art, and live entertainment that celebrates creativity in every form. From paint-by-number murals to artistic food booths, it's one of the most visually stunning and relaxing festivals Epcot offers. Definitely worth planning your trip around if you can. One last thing you'll want to note, especially if you enjoy staying at a resort that relies on the Disney Skyliner, that transportation mode, the Skyliner, will be down for refurbishment from January 25th through the 31st. That means they will have buses running, but that alternative transportation may take longer than you're typically used to. If you want to make planning your Disney World trip even easier, I've got a free crowd calendar that you don't want to miss out on. Just scan the QR code on your screen or visit the URL in the description to grab your copy. No strings attached. It's a super helpful tool to save time, skip the stress, and make sure your magical vacation is amazing. February might seem like a quiet month at first glance, but don't let that fool you. There's actually a lot happening that can make a big difference in your trip. From holiday weekends to magical Run Disney events, knowing what's on the calendar will help you pick the best time to visit and avoid those surprise crowd spikes. First up, let's talk about President's Day weekend, which runs from February 14th through the 16th. This long weekend is one of the busiest times in February since many schools are out and families take advantage of the extra day off to head to the parks. Expect higher crowds across all four parks, especially Magic Kingdom and Epcot. If you're visiting during this time, try to book your dining and lightning lanes early, and maybe plan to enjoy your resort or Disney Springs during the busiest park hours. Then, as the month wraps up, Disney fans trade their Mickey ears for tiaras. It's Princess Marathon Weekend, happening February 26th through March 2nd. This is another popular Run Disney event that brings in lots of runners and spectators, especially around Epcot and the resorts along the Skyliner route. If you're visiting during those days, plan around early morning races that may affect park opening times or transportation. But even if you're not running, the energy around property is contagious. So it's fun to see guests dressed as their favorite Disney princesses princesses celebrating their achievements. February is truly a mix of relaxed vibes and bursts of excitement. The weather is usually pleasant, and the Festival of Arts is still running in Epcot through the 23rd, and the parks are full of color and creativity. March is one of my favorite times to visit because the weather starts to warm up, the skies are bright, and the flowers at Epcot start to take center stage. It's that perfect balance between comfortable park days and just enough excitement to keep the magic going. Now, the big highlight of March is definitely the Epcot International Flower and Garden Festival. While Disney hasn't officially announced the dates yet, it typically runs from early March through late June. So if you're visiting during this time, you are in for a treat. Epcot transforms into a garden lover's paradise filled with gorgeous topiaries of your favorite Disney characters, fresh outdoor kitchens serving delicious spring-inspired food, and live music at the Garden Rocks concert series. Even if you're not a huge gardener, it's hard to not smile when you're surrounded by so many colors and details. It's basically Epcot at its prettiest. Now also keep in mind, March starts spring break season. That may mean higher crowd levels as schools are out and parents rush to the parks to get in those vacations. Keep this in mind as you're planning your trip to make sure that you're either going early in the month to avoid, or you pack an extra dose of patience to make sure that you're managing those crowd levels and keeping your head level as well. April at Disney World is full of bright colors, beautiful weather, and a whole lot of springtime energy. It's a great month to visit, but it's also one where timing really matters if you're hoping to avoid crowds. The big holiday this month is Easter, which falls on April 5th in 2026. Around this time, you can expect higher crowd levels, especially over the holiday weekend, as families flock to Disney for their spring break getaways. The parks will feel extra festive though, with special Easter egg displays at select resorts and around Epcot. These eggs are massive and beautifully themed to favorite Disney characters, so they make for great photo ops and a fun little scavenger hunt as you explore. If you're visiting in mid to late April, there's another major event to keep on your radar. The Springtime Surprise Weekend, happening April 16th through the 20th. This is part of the Run Disney Race Series and brings in a wave of runners and spectators. You can expect some early morning road closures and busy crowds around the parks, especially Epcot and Hollywood Studios, where many of the races take place. Even if you're not a runner though, it's hard not to get caught up in the excitement of these events. Outside of those busy times, April can actually be a really pleasant month to visit. The temperatures are warm but not too hot yet, and the Epcot Flower and Garden Festival is in full bloom. It's the perfect time to enjoy the parks at a slower pace, wander through Epcot's beautiful gardens, and take advantage of extended evening hours, or simply relax at your resort pool. May at Disney World is when the parks really start to come alive with fun events, fandom energy, and a touch of vintage flair. It's a month full of excitement and special moments, especially if you're a Star Wars fan or just love dressing up for a good time. First up are the Dapper Days, the unofficial fan favorite events where guests dress in retro-inspired outfits to celebrate timeless Disney style. This year, May 2nd will be held at Epcot and May 3rd at Animal Kingdom, and they always draw large, cheerful crowds. You'll see guests in vintage dresses, bow ties, parasols, and perfectly themed looks inspired by classic Disney attractions and characters. Even if you don't plan to dress up, it's such a treat to stroll the parks and admire everyone's creativity. It truly feels like stepping back in time with a touch of Disney magic. Then, get ready for one of the most epic fan holidays of the year. May the 4th be with you. This day is all about celebrating Star Wars, and Hollywood Studios becomes the ultimate destination for fans from all over the galaxy. Expect themed treats, limited edition merchandise, and some out-of-this-world photo ops. Crowds will definitely be heavier, but the energy is electric. It's like being part of a massive Star Wars family reunion. This year also brings something extra special for Star Wars lovers. On May 22nd, the new Star Wars movie hits theaters. And to celebrate, Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run is getting an exciting update. Now, the engineer role will get to help control the ship's flight path, adding new layers of fun and interactivity to an already amazing ride. There are even rumors of other small tweaks to the mission and visuals, so it's definitely worth adding to your must-do list if you're visiting after the update launches. June at Disney World is when summer really starts to make its presence known. The days are longer, the sun is stronger, and the Florida heat definitely kicks into high gear. While there aren't a lot of special events happening this month, it's still a great time to enjoy the parks, especially if you love those late night hours and evening shows when the temperatures cool down just a bit. Make sure to pack your sunscreen, drink plenty of water, and plan for afternoon breaks or pool time to beat the heat. Moving into July. The big highlight is, of course, the 4th of July holiday. Disney goes all out with patriotic fireworks and special celebrations, especially at Magic Kingdom and Epcot. These shows are absolutely incredible, some of the best fireworks Disney puts on all year. But expect heavy crowds, especially in the evenings leading up to and on the 4th of July itself. The rest of July is generally steady, but those classic Florida summer vibes, and of course, the blazing hot weather. One thing Disney fans are keeping a close eye on this summer is the future of Rock 'n' Roller Coaster at Hollywood Studios. The ride is confirmed to be rethemed to the Muppets, bringing a brand new storyline and musical experience to the track. While Disney hasn't announced an official opening date yet, it's expected to debut sometime this summer. It's definitely something to keep in mind if you're planning a trip. You might just be there when the new Muppets themed coaster opens. So while June and July might not be packed with festivals or Run Disney events, they still bring plenty of fun in the sun and maybe even a brand new attraction to enjoy. August at Disney World is when the parks start to hint at the upcoming fall season, with Halloween and autumn decor slowly making their appearances around Magic Kingdom and Epcot. It's a fun mix of summer fun and a little early festive magic that sets the tone for the months ahead. Meanwhile, Epcot's Food and Wine Festival is just around the corner and will kick off in late August or early September, running through most of November. This festival is one of Epcot's biggest seasonal events, with incredible international cuisine, drinks, and live entertainment. Even if you're visiting in August before it officially begins, you can start planning your must-try food booths and festival experiences so you're ready to dive in once the event starts. September and October at Disney World are all about fall vibes and spooky fun. September kicks off with Labor Day weekend, which brings heavier crowds as families take advantage of the long weekend. Beyond that, the month ends just a little quieter, making it a great time to enjoy the parks with lower wait times. Just watch for the holiday weekend spikes. As we move into October, the parks fully embrace Halloween season. Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween parties are in full swing, and the festive spirit is everywhere. From themed merchandise and spooky treats to decorations that transform Magic Kingdom into a fall wonderland. Guests can enjoy special parades, shows, and character meet and greets dressed in their Halloween best. Both months are perfect for guests who love a little extra magic and seasonal fun. From trick-or-treating with Disney characters to catching all the Halloween-themed photo spots, September and October bring that unique Disney fall experience that you won't find at any other time of the year. It's the perfect mix of crowd-friendly holidays and festive excitement. However, also keep in mind these months bring the peak of the rainy season in Florida, so make sure you pack your rain gear and expect those everyday Florida afternoon showers. Early November at Disney World is usually a quiet, peaceful time to visit, making it a great opportunity to enjoy lower crowds and milder weather. It's perfect for leisurely park days, trying new snacks, or catching up on attractions without the usual hustle and bustle. However, things to start pick up around Veterans Day, which is a busy holiday weekend for families and out-of-town visitors. Once mid-November hits, the parks fully begin transitioning into the holiday season. From Thanksgiving onward, Disney World is sparkling with Christmas decor, festive lights, and holiday-themed treats. Epcot, Magic Kingdom, and the resorts all deck the halls, creating a magical atmosphere that is truly unforgettable. And don't forget about special holiday events. Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party and Jollywood Nights kick off in November, offering unique entertainment, parades, and seasonal snacks. With schools on break, Thanksgiving visitors, and the excitement of the holidays in full swing, late November through December is one of the most festive and busiest times to experience Disney. It's magical, crowded, and completely worth it if you're ready for that big holiday energy. One thing to keep in mind is that Disney plans can change at any time. Rides might close for refurbishments, resorts may have updates or temporary closures, and special events can shift dates. To make sure your vacation goes smoothly, check the My Disney Experience app regularly for ride closures, park hours, and Lightning Lane availability. It's also a good idea to keep an eye on resort pages for any updates so that your plans aren't unexpectedly impacted. Pool refurbishments, resort lobby updates, etc. can certainly put a damper on things if you're not aware of these in advance. Staying flexible and informed is the key to making the most of your Disney trip. And that's a wrap on our month-by-month guide to planning your 2026 Disney World vacation. From marathon weekends and seasonal festivals to holiday celebrations and new ride updates, there's so much to keep on your radar when planning the perfect trip. Remember, a little preparation goes a long way, and keeping an eye on park hours, special events, and closures will help you make the most of every magical moment. Thanks so much for watching, Disney friends. If you found this guide helpful, give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment letting me know which month you're most excited to visit. And don't forget to subscribe to Mom and Me and Disney for more tips, guides, and Disney magic. Until next time, keep dreaming, planning, and making those magical memories.